What's up, guys? Gibberish HS here today. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, evening, wherever you are. And today we have a bunch of new cards for Descent of Dragons. This is our third card review. So we're just going to hop straight into it because there are a lot of cards to go over. We have a lot. So let's just get straight into it. The first card is going to be Netherbreath. Netherbreath is a 2-cost Warlock spell, and it's a rare. It says deal 2 damage. If you're holding a dragon, though, deal 4 damage with lifesteal instead. Is this good? This is really good, alright? This is very strong. The lifesteal is what makes this card go from good to great, alright? It makes it really good because you can run some dragons into your Zoolock deck, and then bam, you get it in there and you get to heal up as you're doing this. The lifesteal is really good. It's like an Eviscerate except for with lifesteal. Really good 5-star card. Alright, next one is Crazed Netherwing. Crazed Netherwing is a 5-cost 5/5 dragon for Warlock. It's a rare and it says Battlecry. If you're holding a dragon, deal 3 damage to all other characters. Whoa, this is good. Okay, this is a really strong card with a lot of potential. Uh, any deck I feel like that runs dragons and warlock can play this card. It's got such a good amount of board clear in it that it makes it so strong. Plus, it deals it to all characters, so you also deal it to the enemy face. That's a lot of value and a lot of damage you're dealing. Definitely a 5-star card, in my opinion. Alright, next is Nicrium Apothecary. It's a 4-cost 2/5 for Rogue, and it's an epic. Combo, draw a Death Rattle minion from your deck, gain its Death Rattle. So this is a pretty good card, I think. It's something that I'm not really sure how it will fit. Death Rattle Rogue is definitely a thing. It's really strong, and if you can get more Death Rattles into it, it can be really good. I'm thinking something like the 6-cost 2/2 Robo Dragon that summons a 7/7 dragon. That could be pretty good in it, but it's gonna have to depend. I'm not really sure after Year of the Raven goes by how good this card will be. It'll just depend on what Death Rattles we get. But it's definitely a good card, definitely a very strong card with a lot of potential. So 4 out of 5, a little cautious, but definitely optimistic. Alright, next is Amber Watcher. It's a 5-cost 4/6 dragon. Battlecry restore 8 health. It's a common. That's pretty good. For a common to restore 8 health and have decent stats is not bad. Plus, Dragon Paladin is definitely looking to be a thing after we saw his legendary. So, you could easily, with the legendary, make this a 7-cost 9, a 7/9 for 5 mana that restores 8 health. Very strong. So I think it's a good card. It just had to depend on where it could fit in the meta. So we'll just have to wait and see. So I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5. It's a good card. Don't get me wrong. I just want to see where it'll fit. But the restoring health is a very interesting part of it. Alright, so now we are entering probably the most crazy neutral minion that we have seen in a long time. This card is really strong, really powerful. It's Kronk's Dragonhoof, which, by the way, I just gotta say, I'm glad they added another Tauren into the game. Alright. It's a 6-cost 6/6, and he's a legendary for neutral. Battlecry Jaw Galakrond. Pretty good, right? If you're already Galakrond, unleash a devastation. So unleashing a devastation is really good. All right. And what is a devastation? So your 5 options are decimation, which is deal 5 damage to the enemy hero, restore 5 health to your hero, or reanimation, summon an 8/8 dragon with taunt, domination, give your other minions 2/2, or annihilation, deal 5 damage to all other minions. So, is that good? Yeah, that's really good. That's crazy. This card is. I can't believe it. I really can't. It's one of these scenes where I knew Galakrond was going to be huge and I knew he was going to have a lot of synergies, but having a card that just says, hey, draw him. If you already have him, Well, then you get a bonus, something that's even better. This card is really good, okay? And not just that, but it's at 6 mana. So it being at 6 mana and all the Galakrons that we've seen are at 7 mana, you can play this on turn 6 and play your Galakron on turn 7 if that's what you want to do. If not, you can just have it in your hand. Or wait till you draw Galakron, then play him, and then get this. Really crazy potential with this card. Definitely 5 stars. Let's not even think about it. Next is our next dragon for a hunter. A hunter has a dragon and it's legendary. 6 cost 7/6. Battlecry. Change the health of all enemy minions to 1. Wow, this is very interesting. It's something I actually wouldn't expect too much from Hunter. This is a more control-y type version of Hunter, and we don't see a lot of control Hunter anymore. Not really since the days of Kobolds and Catacombs. That's kind of drifted away a little bit, but Varanus has a lot of potential to reintroduce this meta back into the game. One thing that Varanus is very good at, besides just blatant health, is if she's partnered with links. This is a very easy way to get rid of certain cards for your link, just to clear the board. So Varanus is a very interesting card. I'm not sure right now how good she is. I think she's very good. I just think we'll have to see a little more. But her with Explosion Trap would be very strong. So I would like to see more cards to support this kind of depth type. But this card I love because it's heading towards a version of Hunter that I love more. So I'm going to give this card 4 stars. Really like where they might be heading with Hunter. Next is a 6 cost 6/6 camouflage dirigible. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to say that. Or maybe it's dirt. I don't know. Anyway, as a common for neutral, and it says Battlecry, give your other mech stealth until your next turn. It's a mech. I see this more as an arena card than anything else, but I don't really see this card getting any play. The problem is that the stats aren't good enough to really push it. It doesn't have stealth itself, so it doesn't have enough value. It doesn't have taunt. It's just a 6/6 with a battle card giving your mech stealth. This might see some play and maybe a warrior mech, but I really don't doubt it. So I'm gonna give this card 2 stars. You know what? 1 star. I don't even see it going that far. Hot Air Balloon is a 1 cost 1/2 mech. It says at the start of your turn, gain +1 health. Now this card is very similar to a card that we already know, and if you've been playing Battlegrounds, you probably already know him. It's the 1 cost 1/2 mech from Goblins vs. Gnomes. This is gain +1 attack at the start of your turn. So same card, just with health. I get the mech and everything. So is this good? I don't think it's as good as the to be honest, I don't think he's as good as gaining 1 attack, but you never know. Maybe magnetizing onto this could make it good. You never know. So potential. I think it's a decent card. It might see some play in some decks, so I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5. So, and maybe they'll introduce into Battlegrounds, which would be pretty cool too, because I would like some new 1-star cards in the Battlegrounds. Next is a 4 cost 3/9 with taunt. Crazy stats, right? Zoldrak Ritualist. What's the catch, Joe? Battlecry, summon 3 random 1 cost minions for your opponent. So this card is very interesting. I don't see it being that good, if I'm being honest. These cards where you get good stats, but you give some to your opponent in return, is mainly seen in either evolve decks for evolving into it, or seen into arena. So definitely a good arena card. The problem is we've seen cards like this before where it's a 2 cost 2/6 for Ungoro that summon 3 1/1 raptors. That was in Warrior, and that was really good for Warrior. The problem is this card's more for not as much stats, and it gives you 3 1-cost minions for your opponent, not 1/1s. So this becomes the thing is what they can get a 1/3 Okay, they can get a 1/3 that gains +1 health, like what we just saw, the hot air balloon. They can get all these different 1-drops that can be very bad for you in the long run, especially if your opponent's playing an aggressive deck like Zoolock, Paladin, Hunter, where they thrive off of minions like this. So traditionally, I would say this card is not that good, so I'm gonna give it 2 out of 5. I just don't see it having any play outside of Arena. Sanctuary, our first side quest for Paladin. It's an epic, and it says take no damage for a turn. Reward 73/6 minion with taunt. This card's really good. This card is very strong, very very strong. Okay, I'm actually surprised that this card only costs 2, because what if you draw this on turn 2? Okay, or you play this on turn 2. Think about that. On turn, like, it's crazy. You just get a 3/6 minion with taunt for 2 mana. That's crazy. So, like, even in the late game, this is still really good. So I'm actually really surprised that Blizzard put this in. This is gonna make fighting Paladins so annoying, and I'm actually a little mad about it because I hate finding annoying Paladins. So for me personally, this card's annoying, but it is a really good card. So 5 stars. Wow, I can't believe they did that. Next is our first rogue legendary that isn't Galakrond. It's a 6 cost 4/4. Not that good stats, right? Well, he has a really good battle cry. His name's Flick Sky Shiv, and he says battle cry, destroy a minion and all copies of it wherever they are. We have all these crazy power cards, but this is one of the most creative cards I've seen in Hearthstone in a while. Being able to just destroy any copies of a card is really good. Really strong, alright? So, especially in decks where you're trying to shuffle multiple minions, this card is already really good against other rogues. It's very, very strong. I can see this because Rogue has cards where it says shuffle multiple copies of minions in its deck. So I can see this card in a deck. It is very strong and very deadly. And I love how he has a little green candle on top of his head. I don't know why, I just like that. So I think he has a lot of potential and he's going to be a really fun card. I'm going to give him 4 out of 5. Very strong card. Next is our next warlock card. And he says it's a 7 cost 4/4. Valdris Felgorge. He's a legendary, and he says Battlecry, increase your maximum hand size to 12. Draw 4 cards. Wow. This card is wow. So this card is gonna make hand lock go so much better. Okay, already that's probably your first reaction to it. But Shuffle Lock is gonna love this card too. All right, Zoolock is gonna love this because it's a good card draw and it allows you to hold more cards. This is crazy. From my recollection, they have never had a card that has increased your hand size until now. This is very interesting, and I love how creative they're getting with these cards. I really like this. 5 stars for me. I love Warlock, and I'm excited to see how this card is going to play in it. Next is another Warlock card. It's a 6 cost 2/2. Common. Not that good, right? Abyssal Summoner. Her battle cry is Battle Cry, summon a demon with taunt, and stats equal to your hand size. So now this really coincides with what we just saw earlier. Increasing your hand size to 12 allows this minion to become even bigger. So this card is really good, actually. I think it has a lot of potential. I'm not sure how many decks I'll see it in, but definitely Handlock. To be honest, Handlock is a very strong deck where this could be in, obviously. So I'm going to give this card 4 out of 5. I think it has a lot of potential, and we could see a lot of fun things come out of it. And finally, the final card of the day. 5 cost 0/3. It's an epic for neutral. Chromatic Egg. Battlecry, secretly discover a dragon to hatch into. Death Rattle, hatch. Is this good? Not really. To be honest, this is not that good. For me, I think it's very creative because of the secretly discovering, so your opponent doesn't know. But what's the problem is that dragons are good, don't get me wrong. But first of all, you're playing this on the 503. Excuse me. Ah, I don't know what's going on. A 5 cost 03. So you're already spending 5 mana to get a 03 on the floor. And it's not like it's a mech where you can magnetize onto it. It's just a normal minion. Okay? So that's your first problem. Second of all, it's an epic. So how many people are really going to run an epic egg in their deck? Alright? And then third of all, if you, let's say, the best dragons would make this worth it if you could get a hatch. But you can get silenced. Alright? You can just have it killed and then assassinated or something like that. There are a lot of ways for this to go wrong for me. And my also problem is that you may not get a good dragon choice here. So it's a very interesting card, but I just don't see it really going anywhere. So I'm going to give it 1 star. I don't think it's that good, to be honest. Hopefully I'll be proven wrong. I hate it when epics are not good. So we'll see where it goes. So, yeah, Chromatic Egg. Well, guys, that was it for our video today. Our card review on Descent of Dragons. We went over a lot of cards, we went over a lot of things, so we kind of went through them quickly, but I wanted to kind of go faster than what I've been doing in my previous videos. Sometimes I just ramble on, and it doesn't work too well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got a taste of what we talked about today and are excited for these new cards. They're really good. And I still can't believe it was that one card, Kronk's Brotherhood. He looks really strong, and I can't wait to see him. So, you guys have a great day. See you in the next video. Bye!